Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Taji and this video is about how to prepare your Plab 2 in just 3 months. So let's begin. Boop. I have divided this video into 4 segments. First is simple basic introduction about Plab 2. Second are the basic topics in Plab 2. Third is the main study plan, how to prepare for it. And fourth is tips and tricks. Introduction. So Plab 2 is an OSCE examination, which means it's an objective structural clinical examination, a lengthy word, and it's divided into 18 stations, in which 16 stations are the clinical stations, 2 stations are rest stations. Each station is for 8 minutes and you have 90 seconds between each stations to go through the station, the clinical scenario before you enter the room. The whole exam usually takes around 3 hours. It can be lengthier because you have to go there and you have to go through the registration process and everything. So yeah, it can take around 4 hours to complete everything and get out. Keep in mind, you don't have any rest stations except these 2 stations which are included in the 18 station. Basic topics. So I have divided Plab 2 syllabus into basic topics because it will help us to plan our study for 3 months. The basic topics are general medicine, general surgery, counseling, ethics, pediatrics, OBGYN, psychiatry, examinations and mannequins. And last one is prescription. Now I have divided these basic topics furthermore into subtopics because general medicine have a lot of subtopics as well as general surgery, but not as much as general medicine actually. So I have divided general medicine into subtopics which are cardiovascular, respiratory, neurology, nephrology, endocrinology, gastroenterology, hematology, infectious diseases, ophthalmology, and rheumatology, if I haven't said that earlier. So these are the subtopics, and the same goes for general surgery. General surgery have different topics like back pain and UTI and abdominal aneurysm, all these things. Basic topics have several types of stations, as I said earlier, and I wouldn't get into detail as it would make this particular video more lengthy and off topic. So if you want me to make a specific video about these subtopics and stations, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and it will help me out, and I will definitely make another video for the substation. The third segment, the most important one, study plan. We have got 90 days to prepare for this particular examination, and this is how we are gonna do it. So we start with general medicine. First of all, cardiology and respiratory, they have very similar stations, the mnemonics, the acronyms are pretty much similar, the notes are similar, so you can do these cardiovascular and respiratory together, and you should finish it in 3 days. So when I say finish it in 3 days, it means for you to go through the notes, to go through the video, as well as go through the stations. So you will have 3 days to do cardiovascular and respiratory. Then you move on to gastroenterology. I have written here that it takes 2 days. There are not a lot of stations in gastroenterology, so it should take around 2 days. Again, go through the video, go through the notes, go through the stations as well. Then you move on to neurology. For a lot of candidates, neurology can be a bit challenging, so it can take around 2 to 3 days, and for some people it can even take 4 days. So keep in mind, even if you're taking 4 days, it is okay. Take 4 days, go through the notes, go through the videos, make sure you're writing your own notes as well, and acronyms and mnemonics, whatever helps you to remember how to go through these particular stations, okay? So after neurology, you're gonna be doing nephrology, rheumatology, and hematology. These 3 topics you're gonna do together, and it should not take more than 2 days because they are very small topics. There are very few stations and very basic stations, and you have all the knowledge already from Plab 1, so it shouldn't take more than 2 days for you to finish these 3 topics. Next is infectious diseases. It usually takes around 3 days, so you have to again go through the videos and all those things, and it should not take more than 3 days for you. Ophthalmology and endocrinology. Usually it takes around 2 to 3 days for you to go through these both topics. Ophthalmology can be a bit challenging as well because the stations are quite similar, but again, there are not a lot of stations. and there are particular questions that you can ask and rule out the differential diagnosis as well. You will learn that from the academy you join and the videos you watch, so it will help you a lot as well. The thing is, this is very important. If you have your pen and paper with you, write them down. Write it in a big cap lock, okay? That you need to start practicing as soon as you finish your subtopics. So don't wait to finish all the subtopics. For example, if you have finished cardiology and respiratory, you should start practicing. You should find a partner and you should start practicing, and you should start taking their feedback as well. Now moving on to general surgery. Again, as I said, general surgery, it has a lot of topics in UTI, back pain, and aneurysms and all those things. So very basic topics. Again, you have done it in Plab 1, so you don't really need the exact knowledge. You just need to know how to deal with the patient in that particular scenario, in that particular station. So it usually takes around 4 days for you to finish general surgery, and then you move on. It's up to you if you want to do other topics. I would highly recommend you to start counseling and ethical stations. Why? I will tell you why. Because ethical stations and counseling stations are very important when it comes to Plab 2. It takes a lot of practice, it takes a lot of communication skills to go through these stations, to make sure the patient understands you, to build the patient and the doctor relationship. So start them as soon as possible. After you finish the general medicine and general surgery, go ahead with counseling as well as ethical stations and keep practicing. Again, if you do these counseling and ethical stations early on, you will have a lot of time to practice and get better and better in these particular stations. So counseling, it usually takes 5 days. It's a bit lengthy, so it usually takes 5 days, as well as ethical stations. It usually takes 5 days to go through them, and then you can start practicing as soon as possible. Then you move on to psychiatry. Psychiatry takes around 4 days. It's not that difficult, it's easy. All those things you learn in Plab 1, they are just repeating themselves. You just need to know how to handle those particular type of scenarios, those particular type of patients. OBGYN usually takes 4 days again. Pediatrics usually takes 4 days, and if you are done with this, according to my plan, it should not take more than 40 days for you, around 40 days for you to finish all these topics. And once you finish them, you have almost finished your Plab 2 syllabus. Now what is left is your examination and your prescription. So for examination, I would highly recommend you to go online, go on YouTube and watch those videos. They really help. Make sure you make your own notes because they can help you to review them later on. If you have your practicing partner in person, you can take turns to practice those examinations. And if you are in academy already, then you can use mannequins as well to practice those stations. In examination, I have also included Siemens. Siemens can be scary as well if you have not practiced. So start practicing as soon as you are doing your examinations. If you cannot book your Siemens in your academy, you can just air Siemens it, okay? That's how I call it. That's how I did it. Just imagine a patient is laying down there and you just perform your station, and if you have someone there to judge you and to see what right and wrong you're doing, that would be great. And you can practice again and again and get used to it. Then whenever you get the time to do it on Siemens, you should go ahead and do it as well. So examination and Siemens, you can go watch lectures on YouTube. You can go and watch those YouTube videos. They are very good. They have helped me personally as well, and I'm sure they will help you as well. Now, prescription, last but not least. This is a station which most of the candidates don't take seriously. They think it's very easy and they'll be able to do it. Please don't underestimate this station. This can be a very easy station to clear and get one station ahead, but it can also be very time challenging, because when you are in that room and you start writing, your mind can get flustered, and you can write wrong information which can make you pass or fail in this particular scenario. So make sure that you are practicing your prescription in your free time, then you are not practicing with someone else, or you're not air practicing as well. So write your prescriptions. You can find them online, download them. You can ask from Academy, they can provide you as well, and you can start practicing your prescriptions as well within your time limit. Now, last segment, tips and tricks. This is the most famous segment. A lot of candidates have messaged me and thanked me for this particular segment. They have helped, especially in Plab 1, they have helped a lot of candidates, and that is why I include tips and tricks in the end in almost all of my videos. So first, practice, 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 practice. This is the most important thing. Don't wait for your syllabus to finish. Don't wait for your topics to finish. Once you are done with your subtopic, start practicing those subtopics. Sometimes you are good in those subtopics and then you start ignoring them, so you don't practice them as often as you should. So please, please, please make sure that you go back to those subtopics and you do practice them, you do review them, and you review your notes as well, and make sure that you are practicing with different people. When I was doing my Plab 2, I made sure that I was practicing with many different kind of doctors from different nationalities, different accents. It really helped me, and most of all, it boosted my confidence. It helped me to open up, to be a doctor, to know how to reply to the patient in different scenarios, in different clinical settings. So make sure you are practicing with different people as much as possible. Make sure that you wrote down, you note the common feedback as well, because the common feedback is something that you should really be working on to improve yourself. So don't ignore it, okay? The next thing is make acronyms and mnemonics to remember the questions. This is very important. Usually whatever academy, if it's a good academy, once you join them, they give you the notes. There are introductional videos, there are videos for each topics as well, and they help you to understand how to carry on with the station and how to handle those questions as well. The third point is join the academy as soon as possible. A lot of candidates delay it. They use offline resources, books and videos. It's not helpful, trust me. You need those lectures. You need to join the group where you can practice as well. So make sure you join the academy as soon as possible. And when it comes to academy, one of the best academies that I personally recommend is Aspire Academy, because personally it has helped me a lot. All the instructors there are very helpful. You can just go and ask them and they clear your doubt. There are online practices as well, and that is why I have been in talks with Aspire Academy and administration, and I have got you a special discount which is of £120, and this is an individual discount. So you really don't need to find 5 members to join the academy, and at the end of the day going through all the hassle, you just still get just £100. So if you are joining individually using my promo code, which is here or here, you will be getting £120 off. And thanks to the Aspire Academy, they have offered to my subscribers, first top 10 subscribers, whoever join the Aspire Academy using my promo code, they will get a free BLS course as well, which is amazing. Now this BLS course will definitely help you in your examination, in your current examination, as well as in your application when you start applying for jobs. You go as soon as possible, join the academy, use my promo code, and don't waste this offer. Mark down the stations that you have already done. You can use a pencil or highlighter. You can make notes that you have done these stations, or you can just highlight it in the book. Mark down those stations, whatever you have done, and mark down those stations which you struggle in. So make sure that you do those stations once again. You practice those stations with different people to get different feedback and then work on it. Now, there are a lot of things that I wanted to cover in this video, but I couldn't because it will get just too lengthy and I can get off track. So if you really like this video, please do share, subscribe and like, and do comment down below. It really encourages me to write down and to make videos for you to help my fellow Plab candidates to clear their exams and be successful in their life. Personally, I run my own Plab 2, just like Plab 1 group. I run Plab Z2, where you can easily find your practicing partner. Get in the group, you can just search through the names and you can just message them. You can find your practicing partner, you can arrange the time and you can start practicing. So it is as easy as that. All you need to do is just message me down below in one of the links, and yeah, I will reply you and I will definitely add you in the group. One more thing that I wanted to add here, which is not in my notes, is that when you are going through stations, there are particular sentences, there are particular questions which are important for those particular stations. So make sure you highlight them or you mark them down. You need to have good patient-doctor relationship when you enter the room, and make sure that when you finish your station, is satisfied and you have answered all their questions and given them the information they needed, which would be important for them in their case. That's all for today. I wish best of luck for whoever is watching this video and will be appearing for Plab 2. May Allah bless you and give you success in your exam. Take care. Please do share, like, subscribe. This is Dr. Taji. Allah Hafiz.